home all the time?
Yeah, it is. So it works pretty well.
You've been getting ready for baseball?
Yeah, I've been working out at Lifetime, and I've been doing those workouts on Sunday night. So yeah, I've been doing something to pitch, but not too much yet. So yeah. We ran into golf. But yeah, they were pretty. They were big. Check. Good game last night. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. It was fun. Yeah, it was good last night. We got it figured out. So shouldn't be tripping out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome inside Chaska High School for this evening's non-conference matchup between your favorite team, the Chaska Hawks, and the visiting North St. Paul Polars. This game is a reschedule from earlier this season. Hawks were supposed to play in North St. Paul at the St. Thomas Academy. That game was canceled because we had some weather issues. So they played here at Chaska High School this evening. This is one of two MSHSL boys basketball games this evening. Chaska and North St. Paul here at Chaska High School. Hawks last night faced off against Richfield. They won that game handily, 30-point margin roughly in that one. We just about have 2 minutes before we tip things off. North St. Paul team, very, very, very solid team. They are 12-4 overall compared to the Hawks 11-5. 4-2 on the road. In their last 10, they've only lost one game. Only averaging 55.8 points a game. They're a lockdown defensive team. If you watch anything of this Polars team, you'll know that they play very hard defense. Headlined by Good News Capegel, averaging 21.5. That's right, his name is Good News. Good News Capegel, averaging 21.5 a game. Next on their leading scorer list, only Bryce Phillips with 10.5. Their last game was against South St. Paul just last night. They won 84-47. A blowout there in South St. Paul. Good News Capegel in that one had 22 points. He led all scoring in that one. So we're just about ready to tip things off here from Chaska High School on a back-to-back Chaska basketball night. Last night, Chaska took down Richfield. Tonight, let's see what they can do with North St. Paul. Hawks and Polars right when we return here on the Lenzen Chevrolet Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Say fans, for all of your vehicle sales and service needs, come down to Lenzen Chevrolet Buick, a family-owned business proud to be servicing the Chaska area community for the last 25 years. Head down now and take $12,000 off of 2016 Chevrolet Tahoe LTZ down there at Lenzen Chevrolet Buick. St. Francis Rehab has been supporting and serving the Chaska and the surrounding communities for 25 years. We provide outpatient orthopedic physical therapy services from anything from an acute injury to chronic pain. We can get you back to sports, back to work, and back to life. Conveniently located in the Chaska Community Center. Call 952-428-1250. Minnesota-scores.net. Every score from every game, all your favorite sports. Schedules, including broadcast information. The one-of-a-kind QRF formula that's used to seed section playoffs. During or after the game, make sure to head to Minnesota-scores.net. We'll bring you the national anthem here from Chaska High School, then we'll have starting lineups, and following that will be the tip-off here between Polars and Hawks. Listen in.
Chaska Hawks. At this time, we ask that you please rise to move your caps and face our nation's flag for the singing of our national anthem.
So proud
right, there you see head coach Dana Coleman. Let's see who he sends out for his starting 5 here this evening. We'll get to the starting lineups here from Chaska High School.
Starting for the Boulders in guard, 6'5" junior, number 1, Good News Papago. And for the Hawks at forward, 6'5" senior, number 4, Miles Hanson. And starting for the Boulders at forward, 6'2" senior, number 3, Jaquez Town. And the Hawks at guard, 6'4" senior, number 12, Andrew Coleman. And starting for North at guard, 6' junior, number 4, Bryce Phillips. And starting for the Hawks at forward, 6'2" senior, number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. Forward, 6'2" senior, number 5, Gary Dixon. And for the Hawks at forward, 6'5", sophomore, number 23, Paul Nicholson. And starting for the Boulders at back, 6'3" senior, number 10, Josh Steckler. And for the Hawks at guard, 6'2" senior, number 24, Alex Tresante.
So there you go, your starting 5 for either team. North St. Paul Pullers come into the game with a record of 12-4 overall. Your Hawks come over from last night's W with a record of 11-5 overall. We're just about ready to get things tipped off here from the Hawks Nest at Chaska High School. It's Chaska Hawks and North St. Paul Pullers. Miles Hanson and Good News Capegel stand in the tip-off circle here, awaiting the ball to be thrown up by our official. Here we go. We are just about underway here from Chaska High School. Here's the tip, and Miles Hanson tips it away out of bounds. Goes out of Miles Hanson's possession, and North St. Paul is going to get the ball to start off here. This is Phillips. Phillips now with it. Phillips pulls up from the elbow. First shot of the game is a missed jumper mid-range. Miles Hanson comes away with the board. Sends it off for Alex Trezani now. Trezani has it. Backs off. Guarded by Towns. Jaquez Towns for North St. Paul. Trezani into the corner. This is Nicholson, the sophomore for Chaska. Nicholson deeper into the corner now for Miles Hanson. Hanson off for Coleman now. Rodriguez swings it over for Miles Hanson. Miles Hanson knocks down a tray to get scoring started here from Chaska High School. It's 3-0 Hawks with the early lead. Now Good News Capegel pulls up from long range. It hits the top of the backboard. Goes out of bounds. Chaska's going to get the ball. Cole Nicholson's going to inbound it to Alex Trezani. Mediocre showing here in the bleachers. Chaska, good student section this evening. A Wednesday night game, no other sports going on, so good showing, but not a great showing from the North St. Paul fans. A pretty long trip for them to make if they were to come here to Chaska High School, as Cole Nicholson puts one off the glass, gets it to drop, and he's going to get a chance for a three-point play. Cole Nicholson has a free throw ahead of him. Nicholson misses the free throw. Rebounded by Capegel. Capegel upwards now. It's for Towns. Jaquez Toms, excuse me. Now this is Bryce Phillips. Bryce Phillips working against Struzani. Now it's Capegel. Capegel dishes it out for Steckler. Steckler misses a three ball. Rebounded down low offensively by Gary Dixon, though. And Ryan Rodriguez snatches it away and sends it up. Miles Hansen had to go off his face. And it's going to be North St. Paul ball. 5-0 here early. About 16:30 left here in the first half. This is Phillips with it. Bryce Phillips working with a screen by Towns in front of him. Now he sends it off for Capegel outside. Good news, Capegel. Picks up his dribble at the top of the arc. Now he finds an outlet for Bryce Phillips. Bryce Phillips up top for Steckler. Steckler back for Phillips. Phillips swings it over for Towns. Towns, good dribbling movement inside. He puts it up, goes off the front rim on the layup. Can't get it to fall. Ryan Rodriguez runs away with it now. Bounce pass ahead for Cole Nicholson. Nicholson working against Steckler. Now it's outside for Andrew Coleman. His three is off the mark. Rebounded by Capegel. Capegel working in now. He takes a nice dribble move in there. Good news, but Capegel gets scoring starter for North St. Paul. Andrew Coleman now swings it over to Nicholson. Nicholson into the hands of Miles Hansen. Contested three there for Miles Hansen. Good news, Capegel had a hand in his face. Miles Hansen knocked it down, no problem though, and it's 8-2 here. Chaska still with the lead. Now this is Steckler. Steckler guarded by Nicholson. He has his pass tipped away momentarily, not before it can get over to Bryce Phillips. Entry pass for Capegel is interrupted by Miles Hansen. Now he picks up his dribble once more and gives it off to Steckler. Steckler had a pass intended for Towns, go out of bounds. Chaska gets the ball back. I need to apologize in advance if I sound a little bit under the weather here this evening. I have a case of the common cold, so if I sound a little bit off this evening, maybe sniffling a little bit, I do apologize, but hopefully we'll be back at 100% by the next Chaska game. South St. Paul calls a timeout, and we'll be right back after this short break. Back in action here. Alex Shazani catches the ball in the backcourt. Chaska swinging it around. It's for Shazani outside. Shazani outside the arc. Entry pass for Nicholson. Nicholson bodied by Steckler. Now it's worked outside in the other corner for Nicholson. Nicholson back around for Shazani for Chaska. Shazani can't get an option. That's for Coleman. Coleman fires up at the tray and he hits it. And Drew Coleman gets his first points of the game, and that's now 11-2 in favor of Chaska. Capegel now. He works right with it. Now he gives it off to Steckler. Steckler back up top for Phillips. Phillips a long two ball just off the iron. Ryan Rodriguez away with the rebound. He runs with it now. Sends it upwards for Miles Hansen into the corner for Coleman. Coleman made a man jump. He pulls up from mid-range and knocks it down. And Drew Coleman for two. 13-12. An early 11-point lead here for the Hawks of Chaska. The home team hosts the St. Paul Polars this evening. Good news, Capegel catches the pass outside the arc. He dribbles inside of it now. He gives it up for Gary Dixon. Gary Dixon lost it momentarily. Now he gets it back. Good news, Capegel pulls up from long range, guarded by Ryan Rodriguez. Now it's up to Miles Hansen. Miles Hansen now for Coleman. Coleman made a guy jump again. No look pass for Ryan Rodriguez. Ryan Rodriguez can't figure out what to do with it down low. Now he gives it for Struzani. Struzani down low off the window. He got it. Ryan Rodriguez made something out of nothing there. He gave it up to Struzani. And he picked up 2 points. Now it's sent back off for Steckler. Steckler with it. Good news, Capegel drives inside and gets a layup to fall.
Good news, Capegel.
Good news, Capegel. Miles Hansen now working down low. A spin move. Got it up. Going to go to the free throw line for a couple of charity stripe shots.
Polish number 10 to Steckler. His first team second. And on that shoot, took it before Miles.
First foul of the game, or second foul of the game, assessed to Steckler. Miles Hansen 2 free throws after he checked up a layup, didn't get it to fall. First free throw for Hansen's up and good.
Number 2, Thomas checking in with the now the bowlers. Number 21, Parker Bjorklund.
Second free throw ahead is Matt Elias and Parker Bjorklund both enter the game. Miles Hansen is the second free throw pending. It's up and it's good. Trickles in. This is Lonnie Thomas now. He just checked in for North St. Paul. Thomas gets it off for Steckler. Steckler back outside for Dixon. Dixon over to Thomas. Wide open Towns at the top of the key. Fires up a 3-ball. It fluttered a little bit too long and was off the mark. Matt Elias and snatches the rebound. Gives it up for Miles Hansen. Now it's onwards for Cole Nicholson. Nicholson swings it around. Gives it in the corner for Hansen. Hansen guarded by Good News. Cole Nicholson, a pull-up jumper, knocks it down. Cole Nicholson gives Chaska 19 points there early. Just over 12 minutes to play. Good News Capegel inside off the glass. He got it to drop. Now it's Coleman running ahead with it. Andrew Coleman has it ahead for Bjorklund now. Bjorklund guarded by Towns. Matt Eliason has the ball poked away from him by Lonnie Thomas. Goes out of bounds off of North St. Paul. Brendan Langford Johnson checks into the game. Alex Trezani re-enters for Chaska, taking the spot of Cole Nicholson. Inbound pass for Matt Eliason now. Gives it off for Miles. Miles Hansen driving in, goes off the glass. A nice little roll in there for Miles Hansen. 21-6 early. Chaska beating North St. Paul handily here, as Lonnie Thomas at the other end gets a quick bucket for the Polars. Alex Trezani driving now. Stops. Miles Hansen chucks up a long three. Goes off the front iron. Parker Bjorklund. No, this is Matt Eliason now. Down low. Good offensive rebound and strong putback attempt from Matt Eliason. Didn't get it to drop, but he's going to get 2 free throws coming out of it. Matt Eliason, 2 free throws for the junior. His first one's up and good. 1 point for Eliason, 22-8 here. Bryce Phillips re-enters the game. 11-28 here. Eliason's second free throw after the ball spins around a little bit. And it's up and good. 23-8 now, the score. Phillips now with it for the Polars. Phillips has it. Right hand dribble. Gives it inside for Thomas. Lonnie Thomas went up with it and he was fouled on the way up. He's going to have a pair of free throws ahead of him. Not sure who picked up the foul. I think it was Andrew Coleman. First foul for Chaska. Chaska students elected to go with a helmet out for this evening's game. And now using those buckets to make noise here. Lonnie Thomas at the free throw line didn't quite work. He gives North St. Paul a 9-point score now. Second one up. Ahead for Thomas. It's no good. Miles Hansen grabs the rebound. Gives it ahead for Coleman. Coleman now with it. Gives it off for Struzani. Now it's for Coleman back outside. Coleman over for Struzani. Struzani with it. Struzani has it over for Miles Hansen in the corner. Inside for Parker Bjorklund. Parker Bjorklund, the left-handed hook shot, couldn't get it to drop. Back outside for Thomas. Lonnie Thomas over for Good News Capegel. Leading scorer for the Polars, averaging 21.5 a game. This is now Bryce Phillips who has it. He bounced pass over for Golden. That's Khalil Golden. Just checked in. Now it's down low for Good News again. Langford Johnson and a pass. Go outside for Phillips. Now it's back for Langford Johnson. That's Brendan Langford Johnson, the 6'3 freshman for the Polars. Good News, Capegel chucked up a air ball, however. Now Miles Hansen at the other end. A spin move, works inside. Miles Hansen had a good move, but the ball wouldn't drop in the hoop, and Miles Hansen grabbing his face. Might have gotten poked in the eye or something. A little bit behind the play, now in the corner. North St. Paul has it. It's Bryce Phillips outside. Bryce Phillips outside for Capegel. Capegel swings it in the corner for Langford Johnson. Back outside for Thomas. Thomas driving inside. Gets Matt Eliason a jump, but Andrew Coleman was next in line to block the shot. Now Miles Hansen at the other end gets it to drop an and one. Miles Hansen gives Chaska 25. With this free throw, he could make it 26.
Jackson's second, team four. In the game for the Bulls, number 5, Gary Dixon. And back on the court for the Hawks, number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. 23, Cole Nicholson. And check number 2, Jack Carroll.
Jack Carroll seeing his first action tonight. He played last night, got significant minutes in the game last night against Richfield. Miles Hansen trying to complete the three-point play here with this free throw. It's up and good. 26 points here for Chaska in the opening period with 9:32 still to play in the opening half. Phillips with it now. Phillips going left. He faked a handoff to Thomas. Now he works it outside for Capegel. This is Good News, Capegel. 6'5 junior. 9th ranked junior in the state is Good News, Capegel, according to North Star. He traveled with it though, and it's going in favor of Chaska. Alex Struzani now. Struzani, the Chaska senior, held out a couple games ago with an illness. Now it's off for the sophomore Nicholson. Nicholson back for Struzani. Struzani inside for Nicholson from the free throw line. Cole Nicholson's jumper wouldn't drop. Capegel pushes it up ahead for Phillips. Phillips' layup was swatted away. Now it's outside for Capegel. Capegel wanted to drive with it. It looked like he traveled. No whistle though. Bryce Phillips now inside for Thomas. It's Lonnie Thomas who lost the pass. Now it's back outside for Phillips. Phillips for three, no good. Offensive rebound, however, by Dixon. Dixon threw it away. Jack Farrell lost it, fell down. Ball still on the floor. Rebounded by Golden. Golden, nice little pass for Dixon. And North St. Paul's head coach Joe Jonkert wants a timeout. North St. Paul calls a timeout. Jaquiz Thomas will check back in when we return here on the Chaska Basketball Report. Lunds Chevrolet Buick Broadcast Network. Hawks up early. Getting ready to return here. Jack Perrell on the baseline, inbounds it for Alex Struzani. Alex Struzani now works it ahead. This is for Rodriguez now. Now it's for Coleman. Coleman inside. Nicholson working on the baseline. Cole Nicholson, hard fought basket, working against Dixon. He gets it to fall. Now Dixon pushes it ahead for North St. Paul. Back outside. Dixon has it. He swings it over for Steckler. Into the corner now for St. Paul. This is Steckler up top. Back outside for Dixon. Dixon a three ball. No good. Rebounded down low, however, by Golden. Golden gets his own rebound, and he resets now for North St. Paul. Back outside for Steckler. Steckler a long three, money.
Jack Steckler for three.
Good looking shot there from Steckler as Alex Trezani runs it up the floor now for Chaska. Andrew Coleman, or Jack Perrell inside now for Coleman. Coleman outside for Rodriguez. Rodriguez didn't like to shoot a wide open three. Jack Perrell pushed it inside though. Awkward shot for Perrell, didn't get it to fall. At the other end, Phillips couldn't get the layup to drop. And as the ball was loose, we have a whistle, and we're going to get a foul called. I believe it's going to go against North St. Paul's number 32, Khalil Golden. And I spoke correctly. Miles Hansen returns to the game for Jack Perrell. Dana Coleman wants to talk to him about that previous possession. Good news, Capegel re-enters for North St. Paul on the other side. Andrew Coleman, the Hawk senior, rounds it up now, pushes it for Hansen. Miles Hansen headed to Columbia in New York City in the Ivy League next year. Cole Nicholson, the sophomore, has potential to go places. Andrew Coleman throws down. Big dunk there from Andrew Coleman. He gets Chaska's fans riled up. At the other end, it's Steckler. Now it's for good news. Steckler outside back for Capegel now. Good news, Capegel. Cole Nicholson swats it away. Alert play from Cole Nicholson there. As we have some bodies falling on the floor. Miles Hansen, a double move there up in the air. Gets the two to drop. Andrew Coleman gets the assist on the basket. Now it's Steckler. Steckler double team now. Chaska playing strong defense. Holding North St. Paul to only 14 points in the first 12 minutes of the game here. Steckler inside, working against Cole Nicholson and Ryan Rodriguez in the double team, and one of them is going to pick up a foul. It's going to be Nicholson. Cole Nicholson picks up his only foul of the game to this point. Now it's for good news. Good news back outside. This is Towns. Towns, awkward looking shot from mid-range. He can't get it to fall. Ryan Rodriguez grabs the board, gets it up for Miles Hansen. Miles Hansen lost the ball in the entry. Ryan Rodriguez couldn't collect it cleanly. Now he gives it back for Miles Hansen. Miles Hansen can't get a three-point basket to drop. Back out for Capegel now. Good news, Capegel. 9th ranked, as you've heard me say in the broadcast. 9th ranked junior in the state of Minnesota. He fires up a three. Can't get it to drop. Face guarded by Miles Hansen. Caused that three to go off the mark. Now it's Andrew Coleman in the backcourt for the Hawks. Crosses the timeline. Now it's back inside for Nicholson. Nicholson outside for a wide open Miles Hansen. He could have stood there all day. He knocks that one right down. Miles Hansen nails a three, and Joe Jonker wants yet another timeout. It's a full timeout for the Polars. And when we come back, Matt Eliason will return to the game right after this quick break and some words from our sponsors. Chaska leads 35-14. St. Francis Rehab is different from other physical therapy clinics. Our customer service and the time you'll spend with our patients. From the moment you call our office, you'll feel welcome. You'll work directly with our therapist throughout your treatment plan. This means you're getting the best quality care and best potential outcomes. We can get you back to work, back to sports, and back to life. Conveniently located in the Chaska Community Center. Call 952-428-1250 to set up an appointment with the lovely people at St. Francis Rehab. Minnesota-scores.net. Every score from every game and all your favorite Minnesota sports schedules, including broadcast information, the one-of-a-kind QRF formula that's used to seed section playoffs. During or after the game, head over to Minnesota-scores.net. If you're looking for a new or pre-owned quality vehicle, head to Lenzen Chevrolet Buick in Chaska. Score big savings and shop local at your hometown dealer. Returning now for Chaska and North St. Paul. Big lead for Chaska here early. 5 minutes to play in the opening period. Thomas. That's for Capegel. Capegel with a nice little spin move. And he gets it to drop. Alex Trezani puts it ahead for Miles Hansen. A whistle behind the play, and Miles Hansen draws a foul. Now Nicholson has it for Chaska. Alex Trezani, a deep three. Got it. Alex Trezani buries an NBA distance three. Good looking shot there from Alex Trezani. A good stroke he put on that one. Now at the other end, this is Thomas. Lonnie Thomas has a pass off for Gary Johnson, who buries a mid-range jumper. Gary Dixon. Miles Hansen now. At the other end, he has it off for Trezani. Trezani back for Eliason. Now it's Hansen in the corner. Miles Hansen, a mid-range baseliner. Goes way long and rebounded, however, by Parker Bjorklund. Now it's off for Eliason. Miles Hansen on the baseline again. Likes to go for Parker Bjorklund now. Parker Bjorklund swings it back to Miles Hansen. Miles Hansen now working against Lonnie Thomas. Miles Hansen stands at 6'5". Lonnie Thomas stands at 6'9", and that's all she wrote. Now Michael Gerving just checked in. 6'3" senior for North St. Paul. Wears number 12. He has it off for Good News Capegel. Good News inside. He gets his own rebound off the miss and puts it away. 40-20 here. Early in the contest here. It's 3 minutes and 30 seconds go in the opening period. Chaska down low. It's Nicholson. Nicholson has it off for Miles Hansen. Miles Hansen now for a wide open Parker Bjorklund. A hook shot. No good. Rebounded by Dixon for North, I'm sorry. Thomas now. Thomas off for Steckler. Steckler buries a mid-range jumper. Alex Trezani now. Crosses the timeline. Gives it off for Matt Eliason. Nicholson saved the ball from going out of bounds. He gives it off for Eliason. That's for Nicholson in the corner. Nicholson works inside. Lost the ball momentarily as a pass errantly thrown to Alex Trezani. Trezani takes his dribble. Goes left hand. Now he gives it off for Nicholson. Nicholson for Miles Hansen. Miles Hansen working against Good News. He drives it in. Miles Hansen couldn't get the layup to go, but he has it off for a wide open Alex Trezani. Waters the plants with that one. Alex Trezani for three. Lonnie Thomas lost the ball out of bounds, but it goes just out of bounds off of Chaska, however. Andrew Coleman guarding Grieving as he sends it in, I'm sorry. Thomas pulls up from three range, no good. Andrew Coleman grabs the board, runs it ahead now. Wide open Alex Trezani has it. Dishes it back outside for Coleman. Coleman in the corner for Eliason. Cole Nicholson down low. Money, Cole Nicholson. Chaska playing possibly their best first half of the year. Outside, this was Dixon who fired up a three. That just went over the backboard. It goes out of bounds. Now it's Trezani who has it. Trezani works ahead. Gives it off for Nicholson. Nicholson face guarded by Dixon. Now it's Andrew Coleman. Polar starting to apply some pressure outside the arc. Cole Nicholson has it. He has it off for a wide open Matt Eliason for three. Can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Dixon. Dixon runs ahead, calls a play. Gives it off for Good News, Capegel. Now it's for Steckler. Steckler outside. Gives it off back for Good News, Capegel. Now he pulls up in the eyeball of Alex Trezani. It goes just in and out as we approach the 60-second mark here in the first half. Alex Trezani now. No rush here. Dana Coleman says he'll take a layup from the bench audibly. Alex Trezani now outside. Hawks still working outside the arc here. Andrew Coleman with it. Coleman for Eliason. They're working in the backcourt now. 30 seconds left in the first half. Eliason now. Chaska holding for the last shot, presumably. 45-22 the score here. Andrew Coleman over for Strazzani. Strazzani for Eliason in the corner with 13.7 seconds to go here in the first half. It goes out of bounds and we have a stoppage of the clock. Miles Hansen's going to come back in for Chaska. Andrew Coleman now inside. Now he gives it back. Strazzani has it. Strazzani out for Hansen. 4-3-2. And Miles Hansen at the buzzer. Off the front iron. No good. And Lonnie Thomas gets a shot off. It's no good, though, as we reach halftime. Chaska 45. North St. Paul 22 here on the Lenzen Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. We'll give you live coverage of the Papa Shot here at halftime from Chaska High School. When we return here on the Chaska Hawks Lenzen Chevrolet Broadcast Network, we have the second half of basketball here from Chaska High School. Say fans, our halftime scoring, Chaska leads Minneapolis North 45-22 at the break. Miles Hanson leads all scoring with 20 points. Sorry, just making sure my microphone was good there. Miles Hanson leads all scoring with 20 points in the first half. Following him, Cole Nicholson with 8. Alex Trezani with 8 as well. Andrew Coleman follows with 7, and then Matt Elias rounds out the Chaska totals from the first half with 2 points. Good news, Capigal has 10 points on the other side of the floor for North St. Paul. Would they have 22 points, a slim total there for the Polars. Say fans, dribble your way on down to London Chevrolet Buick. Your hometown dealership will pay you top dollar for your trade and help you score big savings on a new Chevrolet or Buick vehicle. The wonderful people down at London Chevrolet Buick, your hometown dealership, make sure to visit them in Chaska. Minnesota-scores.net, every score from every game and all your favorite Minnesota high school sports. Schedules, including broadcast information. The one-of-a-kind QRF formula that's used to seed section playoffs. During or after this game here this evening, make sure you head over to Minnesota-scores.net. St. Francis Rehab has been serving and supporting the Chaska and the surrounding communities for the last 25 years. We provide outpatient orthopedic physical therapy services from anything from an acute injury to chronic pain. We can get you back to work, back to sports, and back to life, conveniently located in the Chaska Community Center. Make sure to call 952-428-1250. That's 952-428-1250 to set up an appointment. Make sure you mention this ad when you give them a call. Just about 2 minutes until we resume play here at Chaska High School. Hawks lead North St. Paul 45-22 at the half.
Starting second half of the quarters, it'll be the table. Sanders, Phillips, Dixon, and Stecker. Next on, swinging into Coleman of Riggins. Nicholson, Trezanti. Back to the down ball, Stecker, second and one.
All right, ready to start things off here in the second half of play. Chaska gets the ball to open up the final 18 minutes. It's going to be Andrew Coleman who inbounds it on the baseline, around the sideline. Coleman gets it back for Shazani in the backcourt, and we're underway here in the second half. Andrew Coleman, or Alex Shazani now, inside for Miles Hanson. Miles Hanson's going out of bounds. He kept it in play, and Ryan Rodriguez going to get charged with an offensive foul. First foul of the second half goes against Chaska Senior. North St. Paul with it now. This is Capegel. Capegel drives in. Cole Nicholson got out of the way of that. Didn't want to contest anything. So good news, Capegel gets our first points of the second half here in the way of a 2-point layup in St. Paul's favor. Now Cole Nicholson has it stolen away from him by Dixon. Gary Dixon pushes it up ahead for Capegel. Capegel puts it away now. Good news, Capegel puts it away, and with 17-12, we're only less than a minute into the second half. Dana Coleman already wants to chat with his team. We'll be right back on the Chaska Basketball Report Lens and Chevrolet Buick Broadcast Network after this short timeout. We get back to action here. 17-12 to go in the regulation period here. Strasani's going to inbound it. It's Andrew Coleman. Gets it in. Crosses the timeline. Pushes it up ahead for Ryan Rodriguez. Rodriguez over for Nicholson. Cole Nicholson looks around. Lots of hands being played there by Gary Dixon. Now it's in the corner for Coleman, and Miles Hanson bounced off the ground, caught a pass from going out of bounds. Now he gets it inside for Nicholson. Nicholson, a contested layup, didn't drop. But he got it off for Ryan Rodriguez. Now it's for Coleman. Hanson in the corner. Money! Miles Hanson's feeling it. Andrew Coleman's going to get another assist on that one. Coleman to Hanson, that one. Combination throughout the years that I don't think will ever be broken. Obviously going to be headed separate ways after this basketball season. Miles Hanson headed to the Ivy League in New York City for Columbia. Andrew Coleman will redshirt at Northern State University at Aberdeen, Dakota. Now it's Miles Hanson once more for a three. It doesn't drop. Rebounded by the Polars. Good news, Capegel runs ahead with it now. Capegel pulls up from three range. Not going to drop. Alex Trezani snatches the board. Miles Hanson pushed ahead now for a wide open Cole Nicholson for three. Water! Cole Nicholson's buttermilk biscuits. 3 points for the sophomore. 51-26 the score here. Steckler with it now. Gives it off for Capegel. Capegel now on the baseline. Gives it outside. Pass intended for Bryce Phillips. Got it inside. Somebody got caught sleeping down low on defense, and Jaquaz Thomas had an easy layup. Andrew Coleman now. Guarded by Good News. That's Good News, Capegel. Guards him. Now it's Strasani. Pulls up from mid-range. No good. Ryan Rodriguez, offensive rebound on the points for the hard-working Ryan Rodriguez. Now it's pushed ahead for the Polars. Gary Dixon has it off for Bryce Phillips. Bryce Phillips for three. That was good-looking stroke there from Bryce Phillips. It's 53-31. The totals to this point, 14:45 to go in the second half. This is Miles Hanson on the floor. Drives the lane. He's not going to get the shot off, but he was fouled. It's going to be an inbound play on the baseline for Chaska. Josh Steckler picks up his second foul. As I said a little earlier in the broadcast, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I apologize if I have a little sniffle or a little mistone to my voice. I have a little cold, so we'll try to be healthy by our next broadcast, which is, I believe, on Tuesday, next Tuesday, a week from yesterday, as Matt Eliason was mugged down low. There was no call, though, by our official. And now this is Phillips who has it ahead. Bryce Phillips. Floater, an unorthodox shot. The miss collected by Coleman now. It's ahead for Nicholson. Nicholson for Rodriguez. Ryan Rodriguez not going to look to score a whole lot. Now he gives it outside for Coleman. Coleman back into the corner for Rodriguez. Now it's baseline for Cole Nicholson. Ryan Rodriguez takes it in and one. Ryan Rodriguez. Beautiful basketball for Ryan Rodriguez.
That means Royce will find Gary Dixon. His second, team second. Parker Bjorkman checks it against the Hawks. Rodriguez at the line to shoot one.
There you go, Ryan Rodriguez. Good looking basketball there for Ryan Rodriguez. Now it's up. His free throw missed, but it's recollected by the Polars now. They have a turnover. Andrew Coleman with it. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez pulls up and resets for Chaska. It's over for Bjorklund. Back for Coleman in the corner. Coleman, a mid-range 2, gets it just off the mark. Rebounded offensively by Miles Hansen, though. Now it's into the hands of Bjorklund, but a whistle before Parker Bjorklund could do anything with it, and a stoppage with 13:48 to go in the game, or in regulation, I should say. Miles Hansen, a pair of free throws. His first one will ensue following a couple of dribbles and the ball spinning in his hands. The first one's up and good. Second one still ahead for Miles Hansen. It's up and good. 2 free points there for Chaska off of free throws Miles Hansen got. Now good news, Capegel drives lane. His layup was short. Didn't put enough steam on that one, or it was blocked. Either way, didn't hit rim. Now he has it, does Capegel, back in the corner. Gary Dixon on the baseline has it tipped away from him. Parker Bjorklund poked it away. An offensive foul wasn't called. Ryan Rodriguez now with it. He runs ahead, gives it back for Andrew Coleman. Into the corner, Miles Hansen. Over for Coleman. Coleman spots up a 3, short. Rebounded by Dixon for North St. Paul. Gary Dixon now. Off for Capegel. Capegel for 3. It's way off. An ugly shot there from Capegel. Lonnie Thomas caught the rebound, but his foot was on the purple line. That signifies he was out of bounds, and Chaska gets the ball back with 13:04 to go in the second half. Miles Hansen catches the inbound, pushes it up ahead quickly for Matt Eliason, who momentarily lost it. Now he has it poked away from him. It's recollected, though, by the junior. Now he gives it back to Miles Hansen. Miles Hansen with it. Gives it inside for Eliason. Now it's back to Bjorklund. Swung back out to Miles Hansen. Miles Hansen drives the lane against a couple defenders. Got the basket and one for Miles Hansen. Another three-point opportunity here for Miles Hansen, as he puts a beautiful lay in there. He's got a free throw for the three-point play. Good news, Capegel picks up his second foul. It's the Polars' fourth of the half. Three-point play can't be completed by Miles Hansen, so rebound by the Polars. This is Phillips. Phillips from mid-range. A nice-looking jumper. He can shoot it. Got a nice stroke to Bryce Phillips. St. Paul only had one player in double figures in the first half, as did Chaska. Good news, Capegel had 10 in the first 18 minutes. Miles Hansen had 20. Parker Bjorklund down low. Count it. And a three-point play opportunity now for Parker Bjorklund.
Foul is on Polars number 1. Good news, Capegel's third foul. Team's fifth. Bjorklund at the line. Shoot one.
Good news, Capegel picks up a third foul and another opportunity for Chaska to complete a three-point play. As Michael Geving checks back in for North St. Paul. Parker Bjorklund's and one play is completed. 62-33 the score here. 29-point lead for the Hawks. Expected to be a close game coming into this one. Hasn't turned out to be that by any means. Chaska's won last couple games very heavily. They beat Richfield by over 30 the other night. This is Lonnie Thomas, who saves what could have been a very disastrous play for North St. Paul, but he gets 2 points out of it. 35-62. Chaska still with a substantial lead. Here from Chaska High School on the Lenzen Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. This is Cole Nicholson working down low. Can't get a touch off the glass to fall. It still loose as the ball, and it's pushed up ahead now. That's Bryce Phillips, who got the layup just to trickle in. 2 more points for North St. Paul. Ball's quickly pushed up ahead for Parker Bjorklund down low. Bjorklund fades away. It's not good. Cole Nicholson working hard down low against 3 St. Paul North defenders, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws with 11 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the second half. Lonnie Thomas picks up his second personal foul. Cole Nicholson has 2 free throws ahead of him. First one not good. Andrew Coleman and Jack Perrell check in for Chaska. Gary Dixon removed from the game for St. Paul. Nicholson's second free throw is up, and he made it look easy. Pushed up ahead, though, for North St. Paul now. It's Phillips. Phillips with it. Working with it is Bryce Phillips. He pulls back, and Bryce Phillips a long 2 ball. Bryce Phillips beginning to find his stroke here in the second half. Alex Shazani has it now in the Hawk, gives it in the corner for Miles Hansen. Miles Hansen backing down against Phillips on the floor. A foul is called. It's going against Miles, or it was a violation against Miles Hansen, so not a foul. Now this is Lonnie Thomas with it. Lonnie Thomas works ahead. He has his shot poked away, grabbed by Chaska's Jack Perrell. Now it's off for Miles Hansen. No-look pass over for Perrell in the corner. Jack Perrell for 3. Can't get that one to drop. Rebounded by Thomas for North St. Paul. Alex Rosani tried to poke it loose. No good. So North St. Paul has numbers down low. Bryce Phillips resets, however, guarded by Coleman. Coleman working with his hands. Pokes it out of play with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left. North St. Paul is going to keep the ball at their own end. Back outside for Phillips now, standing on the Hawk logo. He takes a Hawk shot. It is nothing but air. That's what you get when you try to take a Hawk shot. Miles Hansen now working with it down low, and he puts a beautiful lay-in in there for Miles Hansen. Spun it just correctly. Now at the other end, Bryce Phillips with it. The We Want Suba chants have been initiated here with 9 minutes and 53 seconds left. So Chaska, the last couple games, blowouts, I think, with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left. I don't know. What's Dana Coleman think about that? We'll have to wait and see. This is Phillips down low. Phillips outside for Geving. Geving, that was just ugly. Now he gives it up for Miles Hansen, and off is the Chaska rebound. Hansen working against no one but himself as he lets that one fall out of bounds. Ryan Rodriguez returns to the game. Alex Trezani returns. So I can't help but laugh as we organize the Suba chant. I don't know if you can hear it. It's a good rhythm, and followed by a loud Suba as Lonnie Thomas hits a 3-pointer at the other end. Chaska starting to get into fun following the impeachment of their student section leader earlier this week. They are already starting to have some fun with their new group of leaders. Jack Perrell fouled down low. Steckler returns for North St. Paul. Connor Suba still sitting on the bench there with his head down. Obviously, just loving all the attention that he's getting. Not. Now it's for Nicholson. Nicholson, hard-fought layup, not going to drop for him, though. Now it's Good News Capego, pushes it ahead for that's Steckler, who pulls up. Dana Coleman calls a timeout. And with 8 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the regulation period here from Chaska High School, we have a stoppage, and we'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. Minnesota-scores.net, every score from every game, all your favorite sports. Schedules including broadcast information, the one-of-a-kind QRF formula that's used to seed section playoffs during or after the game. Make sure you head to Minnesota-scores.net. St. Francis Rehab has been serving and supporting the Chaska and the surrounding communities for the last 25 years. We provide outpatient orthopedic care. Everything from an acute injury to chronic pain. We can get you back to sports, back to work, and back to life. Conveniently located in the Chaska Community Center. Call 952-428-1250 to set up an appointment with the wonderful people at St. Francis Rehab. For all your vehicle sales and service needs, come down to Lenzen Chevrolet Buick, a family-owned business proud to be servicing the Chaska area for the last 25 years. The wonderful people at Chaska's own Lenzen Chevrolet Buick will be expecting and looking forward to a visit from you here shortly. Obviously, great people down there all over Chaska. Great community we have here. So many outstanding community members that glad to have on board here with the Chaska Basketball Report and Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network here as we return to Chaska High School with just over 8 minutes and 30 seconds to play here. Alex Rosani, or Andrew Coleman gives it up for Miles Hanson. Now there's a turnover. It's back into the hands of North St. Paul. Good News Capego drives the lane. He gives a nice little touch off the window, and it's 2 points for Good News Capego and the North St. Paul Polars. Now a Suba's cute chant. If you're aware with the Chaska student body, you know the story behind Connor Suba. Jack Perrell now back on the basketball floor. Wide open Miles Hanson. 3-ball. Just off the mark. Rebounded down low by Bryce Towns. Working against Cole Nicholson on the glass. Good News Capego now. Number 1. Pulls up from 3-ball distance. No good. Ryan Rodriguez battling down low. Grabs the rebound. Now it's Jack Perrell who's going to give it off to Andrew Coleman before bringing it up the floor. Now it's back over to Perrell. Perrell now finds Hanson. Hanson inside for Perrell. Number 2, Jack Perrell. Gets a lay-in that's not going to drop. North St. Paul rebound up for Good News Capego. Good News Capego off the glass. Chaska starting to cave in a little bit here defensively. Fast break points coming for North St. Paul here. We have a whistle and a foul. Going to go against the Polars. Langford Johnson picks up a foul. Alex Shazani returns to the floor, replacing Jack Perrell. Cole Nicholson has 1-on-1 bonus opportunity ahead for him at the free throw line. First one is up and good, so he has one more. I'd like to give a shout out to Grandpa Charlie Paul watching from Florida this evening. I know you like the broadcast. Glad we could finally get you on board, as well as Opa D watching from Chicago, Illinois. All good wishes with you and Grandma as we are back here at Chaska High School. Number 1, Good News Capego starting to flip the switch here with 7 minutes, just under that in the second half. Chaska pushes it ahead now. It's Cole Nicholson. A lob that was off the mark. Supposed to be a lob for Miles Hanson. Cole Nicholson wasn't the best looking lob. So we have the ball went out of bounds. I think it went off of St. Paul, though. So Chaska gets the ball back. Sorry, the students are kind of blocking our camera view there. Alex Rosani now outside, a baseline jumper for Andrew Coleman. Sinks it. Andrew Coleman shooting well this game. 69-49, a 20-point lead for Chaska. Ryan Rodriguez playing good defense. Steckler now drives the lane. It was no good. Strazzani in the backcourt. Pushes ahead, working against Thomas. Now it's back down low for Rodriguez of Chaska. Rodriguez kicks it out for Hansen. Strazzani 3-ball is off the front iron. Rebounded by Steckler. Now it's for Good News Capegel. From the elbow, it's up and off the front iron. Rebounded by Ryan Rodriguez. Ryan pushing ahead. Pass from Alex Strazzani went nowhere but a North St. Paul player's knee. Now this is Thomas. Lonnie Thomas gives it outside for... That is Langford Johnson. Brendan Langford Johnson, the 6'3" freshman. Not wearing number 13 out there. That's a big freshman. Thomas down low, made Ryan Rodriguez drop to the floor. But a turnover, dribbling violation against North St. Paul. Matt Eliason checks back into the game. 5:18 to go here, a 20-point lead for Chaska. Miles Hansen now with it. Hope you're enjoying this edition of Chaska Hawks basketball here on the Lemson Chevrolet Buick Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Make sure you check out ChaskaBasketballReport.com. It's Cole Nicholson. Nice pass from Ryan Rodriguez. As I was saying, make sure you check out ChaskaBasketballReport.com, your home court for Hawks basketball. We'll be live streaming next on Saturday from Chaska Community Center. It'll be Colin Jacobson on the call. Chaska Hawks hockey playing Benilde St. Margaret's on Saturday. That'll be our next broadcast. Our next basketball broadcast will be on February 7th, a week from yesterday. It'll be Tuesday against Robbinsdale Cooper. Chaska's next game. We have a week off. They'll presumably get the rest of the week and weekend off. Get healthy. There's a bug going around Chaska High School as Jaquaz Thomas sinks a free throw. Coach Dana Coleman presumably going to let his players rest up a little bit, get some health back into the lineup. They're full strength this evening, but there's still an illness working its way around the school here. Second free throw is up and bricked, rebounded by Coleman for Chaska. Now it's up for Strazzani. Strazzani with it, working against Steckler. Worked outside for Strazzani. Strazzani now, a pass right through the 5-hole of Matt Eliason, and it goes out of bounds. Luke McDonough, the 5'9" senior, checks in, getting his first action of the evening here for North St. Paul, and head coach Joe Janquist going to his bench. 71-51 lead for Chaska here. 4 minutes left. Air ball up from, I think it was good. Was it Capegel? I'm not really sure who it was. Nothing but head scratching going on for the North St. Paul players and their coaches. North St. Paul coming into the game, a good team, 12-4 overall. They're playing pretty well, 9-1 in their last 10 games before this one. They'll be handed that second loss now. Their fifth loss of the season as they move to 12-5. They'll have the same record of Chaska's. Chaska with this win presumably will move to 12-5 on the year. Andrew Coleman was fouled as some hands play went a little too far. By North St. Paul's Khalil Golden, he was called for a foul. Andrew Coleman sinks the first free throw, so he has one more opportunity. Coleman, the Hawks senior, going to get a technical foul before the free throw is shot. It's going to be head coach Joe Janquist who picks up the technical foul. Wind up to Troop Sia, Joe Jancourt. His first technical of the game, so we'll give him some camera time here. As Andrew Coleman, the free throw didn't count, so he has one more. Or no, this is the technical free throws that he's shooting now. It's no good. Coleman, one more technical free throw ahead of him. We'll see if they gave him that one free throw from the common foul, or he will have one more with the players in the lane. Is this technical free throw is good? They did give him the points from the common foul free throws, or the 1-and-1 free throws, I should say. So Coleman goes 1 for 2 on the 1-and-1 free throws and 1 for 2 on the technical free throws. My Chaska High School math degree tells me that'd be 2 for 4 on that trip. Now it's Hansen with 3:26 to go. Miles Hansen resets out top. Starters still in for the most part. Only exception, Ryan Rodriguez on the bench and Lou for Matt Eliason. Now it's Coleman who drives inside. He had a pass get off for Miles Hansen now. Hansen working. Chaska's going to reset and nice the time away a little bit here. Now it's Trezani. As Chaska's bench going to check in, it's Jack Perrell, Marcus Peters, Zach Leah, and Parker Brooklyn entering. Connor Suba, still no action, and there we go. Connor Suba checks into the game as we still have some action going on the floor. This is Golden. Golden at the other end. He lays one in. Khalil Golden as Andrew Coleman pushes it ahead now. Miles Hansen at the other end. Had a shot blocked, a jump ball on the way up, which means we're going to get a stoppage and enter the JV team with the exception of Jack Perrell and Parker Bjorklund. Out go the starters and the players. Marcus Peters, Jack Perrell, Connor Suba, Marcus Peters, I believe I already said, Parker Bjorklund all enter. Zach Leah, the freshman, also getting some time. This is Phillips who fires up a three. It's no good. Connor Suba gets a rebound to the applause of his team or his classmates in the student section. Marcus Peters now. It's Suba in the corner. Suba working hard. He gives it off for Leah. Leah into the corner for Perrell. Perrell, the senior, gets his pocket picked by Geving. Geving resets now. He gives it right over to Suba. So make it a rebound and a steal for Connor Suba. Marcus Peters now, junior. He's off for Leah. Leah now with it, off for Perrell. Jack Perrell back for Peters. Now for Bjorklund in the corner. Parker Bjorklund takes the baseline. Goes up with it, had it blocked away from him. Battling for it is Bjorklund and Golden. Chaska gets possession and enter Connor Krinos and Andrew Fix. So officially now the JV team is on the floor for Chaska with a minute and 32 left. All of them are in. Connor Suba gets it. Now it's Zach Leah, the freshman, down low for Marcus Peters. And one! Marcus Peters! Luke McDonough picks up his first foul. Team's at the 10 foul threshold for the double bonus. This is the junior, Marcus Peters, trying to complete a three-point play. Can't get it to drop as it rims just in and out. It's rebounded by Phillips. Now going down the other way for Golden. Golden stepped on the line and the ball went out of bounds, actually. Hawks ball. This is Marcus Peters playing the one guard here for the last minute and 16 seconds, presumably. Off for Suba now, catches it in the corner. Connor Suba drives to his left, gives it up now for Leah. Leah now kicks it out for Krinos. Connor Krinos fires up a three, can't get that one to drop. So we approach 60 seconds to play in the contest here. Chaska up 76-52. Now Langford Johnson drives in and he's fouled on the way up, so 55 seconds left. Connor Suba picks up a foul. Two free throws ahead for Langford Johnson. First one's up and good.
I figured it was we still have the 10. I didn't have them in my bag. Yeah, plus it means you were working out on the road. Yeah. What's up, Sammy?
Second free throw, no good. Andrew Fix grabs the rebound. 50 seconds left. Connor Crino saves it from going out of bounds. It's for Fix now. Marcus Peters for three. No, it's off the mark. Rebounded by North St. Paul. This is Phillips. Phillips in. Nice little finger roll to get two. Bryce Phillips. Crino's now with it for Chaska. 32 seconds left. Connor Suba now. Now it's for Crino's. Connor Crino's. Fancy dribbling moves. As it's stolen away from him by Phillips. Now with 18 seconds left, a three from Phillips doesn't drop. Chaska gets the rebound. Connor Crino's with it, and they're going to ice it away. Not if they throw it out of bounds, but with 10 seconds left. Marcus Peters stepped on the line. He was face guarded. 7.8 left here. Should wrap it up here from Chaska High School. 76-55 the score right now, unless they get another point here, which they do. So your final score going to be 76-57. Chaska wins. Chaska wins by 20 at least for the second time in 2 games here. Back-to-back 20-plus point victories at home for Chaska on back-to-back nights. Make it a final score of 76-57. We'll be wrapping things up here from Chaska High School. Hawks win this evening, 76-57, here on the Lunds & Chevrolet Buick Broadcast Network. Are you looking for a newer quality pre-owned vehicle? Come down to Lunds & Chevrolet in Chaska. Score big savings, shop local at your hometown dealer. What makes St. Francis Rehab different from other physical therapy clinics? Our customer service and the time we spend with our patients. From the moment you call our office, you'll feel welcome. You'll work directly with our therapist throughout your treatment plan. This means you'll be getting the best quality care and the best potential outcomes. We can get you back to sports, back to work, and back to life. Conveniently located in the Chaska Community Center. Call 952-428-1250 to set up an appointment with the wonderful people at St. Francis Rehab. Make sure to mention this ad. Minnesota-scores.net. Every score from every game. All your favorite sports includes broadcast information and schedules, one-of-a-kind QRF formula. Let's use the seed section playoffs. During or after the game, head to Minnesota-scores.net. From Chaska High School, signing off this evening, I'm Ryan Paul for Gianni Landino. Hawks win 76-57. Join us on our next broadcast here Saturday. Chaska High School hockey takes on Benilde. Colin Jacobson will have the call from the Chaska Community Center on Saturday. Then on Tuesday, a week from yesterday, Chaska Hawks basketball takes on Robbinsdale Cooper. Signing off from Chaska High School this evening. Everybody have a good evening. Hawks win. Join us next time on the Chaska Basketball Report. Lunds & Chevrolet Buick.